You ever hear dog trainers talk about energy and not really understand what they mean by that? I'm gonna try to give you a visual that can help you understand what energy means. So very often you'll hear dog trainers say, oh, your energy isn't very good right now. It's making the dog more reactive. Maybe you're fearful, you're frantic, you're anxious, you're nervous, you're angry. Your energy isn't just right. They might say the energy in your household isn't just right. And they're not talking about evil spirits. I'm gonna help you understand more of what energy actually looks like and how it affects your dog. I am not an artist. Okay, so bear with me as I draw this fishbowl. We're gonna imagine that this water is our life with our dogs. When everything is calm, relaxed, and the energy is good, this water is crystal clear. But every single time the energy fluctuates towards an unhealthy state, we drop a drop of dye into the water. So let's start adding some dye here and watch what happens. So let's say that dad comes home from work, he had a terrible day, and everybody knows it. He's a little gruff, he's a little short with everybody, he's a little impatient, and when he comes through the door, he drops his drop of dye. His energy is already setting a tone inside the household. Well, we know that when liquid enters other liquids, specifically water and dye, it starts to combine through the process of diffusion. So that drop of dye winds up touching everyone that's within the household. So let's say that mom's been home all day long with the kids and the kids are all sick. Mom's had a very difficult day and she feels dad's dye because he's also had a difficult day, and that makes her drop her own drop of dye. Maybe they get into an argument, maybe there's just some frustration, right? And her energy spikes in an unhealthy way and she drops her drop of dye, right? And the kids who are sick, they can feel it, right? Everybody knows when their parents are in, a bad state of mind, right? Every kid knows that. So the kids drop their dye here, right? And we're diffusing all over the place. This is all touching your dogs. Your dogs can feel when things are off. Your dogs can tell when you're tense and angry, and they can tell when they're not getting the coaching that they require. Now let's say the doorbell goes off and your dogs flip out. So your dogs, let's say you've got two of them, are dropping their drops of dye here. And mom is getting super stressed out because the kids finally fell asleep and she's trying to stop the dog, so she's dropping a drop of dye. And dad's in the den or in another area and he's trying to relax and he starts yelling because he's so stressed, he just wants some quiet, and he drops another drop of dye, right? And this is what the household looks like. And at the end of the night, we say, all right, Scruffy, do you want to go on a walk? And we put this entire pack on the top of the back of the dog, and this is what the dog goes on a walk with. And we wonder why they're reactive, why they're fearful, why they're anxious. This energy is all inside them. All of this stress and this chaos goes on the walk with them. It's okay for us to drop drops of dye. It's bound to happen. We're human beings and our dogs are dogs. But as we drop drops of dye, we need to try erasing them. So we need to try to settle the energy in the home by calming ourselves, talking with our significant other, helping our kids relax, working on training for the doorbell so that the doorbell isn't such a reaction. Maybe if our dogs are stressed and dropping their own drops of dye, we add a little bit more exercise into that to help mitigate that, or practice some decompression exercises like place command or having our dogs just lie down and relax so that we can erase the drops as they fall. And then we can say, well, now I can take my dog out with nice, healthy, clean energy. If you follow this principle, your training's gonna go much easier.